I'm John Byrne with Poets and Quants. I'm in New York City, the financial capital of the world. We're here at Bank of America Merrill Lynch headquarters. It's just only 800 miles from Bloomington, Indiana, but I'm here to meet two Kelley MBA alums who've made the career switch from non-traditional business backgrounds into investment banking. First up, I'm going to meet Gerardo Ubaghs, who's Director of Life Sciences and Global Healthcare Investing at Bank of America.
How are you?
Hey, good to finally
good to
meet
see you.
you.
Good to meet you.
Let's go get a cab.
There's plenty around.
Matt, right?
That's right. There's plenty around here. We'll go meet Matt. Let's get that one.
Great. So Jerry, when you were strolling around on the campus in Bloomington, did you ever imagine you'd be in a cab on a hot day in New York City going to work at Bank of America?
I was hoping I would be. That's certainly the case.
When you went to Kelley, you knew you wanted to do finance, but did you know you wanted to do investment banking?
Kelley being a phenomenal school, in my case for a career switcher, was no doubt a big role in this, right? The training is phenomenal. Really taking a tailored approach to who you are and what you want to do, and diving a lot more in practical terms about what banking is, who are the alumni that you can contact, and help you prepare for it and put together a story that is marketable.
What were some of the specific things that Kelley did to help you prepare for this and transition into this different world?
It starts with day one in business school, what they call Me Inc., making sure that you develop your own brand and you identify the items that are important to you to be able to maintain your personality and who you are. But then at the same time, make sure that that's also presented in a marketable way for whatever career path you want to take.
Clearly you like challenges.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a fair assessment. So Matt is also a Kelley graduate, ran a great recruiting process, so
What made Matt appeal to you when you were hiring?
He's just a great guy, hardworking, really smart, and definitely unusual background, which caught my attention as well.
That's true.
Hey Matt,
Hey John,
how are you?
Welcome.
You two are prototypical non-traditional students.
Sure.
Jerry, you played violin on a classical level. Your favorite composition is Beethoven Triple. And Matt, you were a laboratory director at the Baylor College of Medicine. Neither of you knew probably what an income statement was, or a balance sheet, or could read one. When do you decide you really want an MBA and why?
I really decided I wanted to get an MBA to kind of broaden my skill set. And the view I had in academia was that if you stay in academia, you need to get a PhD to be dangerous or credible. Nothing's guaranteed there, and it's a very tough and challenging environment.
And how did you choose Kelley in the first place?
I went and visited the campus, and I got really good vibes from the people there, and I like the small class atmosphere. And you do walk into some places and you know, like, hey, I think I fit here, and this is a place for me. Ultimately, I wanted to do something in biopharma, and there's some large biopharma companies right in Kelley's backyard with a history of placing candidates there. I mean, the CEO of Eli Lilly is now a Kelley MBA alum, so you can see that path for yourself, and it kind of inspires you a bit. And that's all those things came together and led me to pursue Kelley.
And Jerry, give us a little taste of what your life was like before you went to business school.
I was formerly a student at Indiana University at the Jacobs School of Music, but then at the same time combined that with a performing career, meaning traveling the world, performing, whether it was as a soloist or a chamber music musician, or competing in national competitions.
And Matt, how about you? What was your life like in a laboratory?
I've spent time mostly in ophthalmology at the KCI Institute, Oregon Health and Science University, and then at Baylor College of Medicine. On a day-to-day basis, I spent a lot of time, conducting laboratory experiments.
So I imagine that when you joined the MBA program at Kelley, that's quite an abrupt shift from what you had been doing before. What did it feel like for both of you?
For me, it was actually excitement. I never lived in the US for prolonged periods of time, and Indiana University is a beautiful campus, has a lot to offer beyond just whatever you want to study, taking you from the classroom into eventually the job that you want. They really cover all those steps in between, and they do a phenomenal job at it. So if you're willing to put in the time and you're willing to put in the hard work, it really is a phenomenal school that gives you everything at your disposal to succeed in that way.
I was excited to meet new people, just learn something new and kind of exercise a different part of my brain.
I mean, here you are on this bucolic campus, and now you come to New York and Wall Street. What was it like? And how did Kelley prepare you for it?
I think geography these days hardly ever matters anymore. And it's more about the alumni network that Kelley has to offer.
You know, if you find some good friends at work and you know, people to help you along the way, it's a very manageable transition.
And people talk a lot about alumni networks, particularly in business school. How do they really work?
Kelley actually does teach you quite effectively to take your message and deliver it across in as short and succinct way as possible. And then once you're there, trying to show them that it's worth their time to try to listen to you.
And Kelley does teach you how to do this, right, effectively?
Yeah, you start to develop a little good elevator pitch about yourself, and you work on delivering that to people and mix that in with a little bit, you know, sense of humor and some indications that I'm a normal person, and I think that's the key to success.
I give a lot of credit to Kelley alum that opened the door, granted me the interviews, and certainly went to bat afterwards to make sure that I had the best shot possible.
If you were to look back now on your Kelley experience and say you wish you had more of X, what would X be?
I would have loved to stay a bit longer, just because it's a great program, it's a great environment.
So I hope you enjoyed our visit with Jerry and Matt, who both made the quintessential career switch from lab rat and classical violinist to the intense and challenging world of investment banking in New York City, all thanks to the door they walked through at the Kelley School of Business. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Thanks for watching.